everybody, we are glad to meet you at our speakers contest. Today students of two departments of our school will take part from classes and dialogue. The girls from the sixth form will start our contest. Please.
As sly as a fox, as strong as an ox, as fast as a hare, as brave as a bear, as free as a bird, as neat as a world, as white as a mouse, as big as a house. Oh, I wanna be. As deep as a bright, as dark as a night, as sweet as a song, as bright as a road, as long as a road, and ugly as a toad, as pretty as a picture, and lovely as a picture, strong as a memory, strong as you wanna be, bright as day, as bright as play, as light as milk, as jolly as a moon. As cool as a tree, as scary as the sea, as hot as a fire, as cold as ice, sweet as sugar and everything's nice, old as time, as pretty as a lion, as royal as a queen, as bright as a bee.
From the 11th form of dialogue.
Hello everyone, I would like to talk about Olympic Games. You all know in Sochi now is going on Olympic Games. That's why I actually chose this topic. And now I want to talk something about the Olympic history. Olympic Games were created in 3,000 years ago. First it was held in Olympia, and it was in honor for god Zeus. For many years, Olympic Games stopped playing. But in 1896, the Olympic Games started to play again. It was the proposal from the Baron de Coubertin, who was inspired by Olympia and the Athens, who were doing Olympic Games every 4 years. And so he offers to play Olympic Games every 4 years to have a good physical education for every person in France. After like couple years, his proposal was agreed, and in Paris in 1896 was happened the first Olympic Games. Now Olympic Games are playing every 4 years, but in 1994 they were separated for Winter Games and Summer Games. Now, like in a couple of years, we're now playing Paralympic Games, It's games were going on after normal games, in which one participating like disabled people. And now you all, I think you're all supporting our team in searches, so just, I think our team is gonna win. Thank you very much for your attention.
Okay, now please our students from the third form.
Thank you. I want to tell my favorite toy. My favorite toy is Gormiti. It's the monster of the sharp and strong. This monster have black eyes, body, arms and legs. Now I photo like this.
And our student from the second form, please. First of all, about your theatre, yeah? Okay.
This is my cat teacher. Cats in the garden. There's two cats. One striped cat is black, and another one striped cat is ginger. They're playing basketball. They're playing basketball at the garden. In garden rainbow.
Okay, now about your fox, yeah?
This is a fox. Its fur is ginger. It have a long, fluffy tail. It's slime. Its favorite food is rabbits. It lives in forests and in holes. Foxes are very fast in hunting.
Thank you.
Senior student from the ninth form, please.
Okay, I'm going to tell you about St. Valentine's Day because it's going to be tomorrow. So I will tell you about the history of St. Valentine's Day and then how we celebrate it nowadays. The history of this day is have different legends, and one of them is that St. Valentine's was a history of Roman Empire, and he was a Christian, and Roman Empire forbid to marry some peoples, and Valentine married them, so yeah, and on February 14th he was killed, and nowadays we celebrate such holiday. This day is a very big holiday in USA or in England, but in Russia we began to celebrate it only a few years ago. You can go to restaurant with your Valentine or buy cards and postcards in shape of heart. And there is no traditional food for this day, but you can make a cake in the shape of heart and such different pretty things. Yeah.
Alice from the eighth form.
Hello everyone, I'd like to speak about British character. Firstly, I'd like to speak about some of the British stereotypes and what I think about it. In every country there are plenty of stereotypes and precedents, but not, most of all are true and wrongful. When we ask a question, What are the first three things that come into your mind when you hear words England, English, Britain, British? We hear different answers. When people think of Britain, think of many things. They think of home beer, pubs, cream cheese, honesty, Big Ben, Union Jack. They also think of God Save the Queen, Shakespeare, and especially me, think of football and cricket. As for me, the biggest stereotype is the man wearing bowler hat with a newspaper under the arm, carrying a long unopened umbrella. Now I'd like to describe the British character. The British have their own special character. They are very reserved in manners, dress, and speech. They are famous for their politeness, self-discipline, and especially for the sense of humor. They have a very strong sense of humor, and it can be hard for us and for other foreigners to understand it. As for me, I admire that British are also very conservative. They are proud of their traditions and carefully keep them up. I also admire that they are always smile or try to smile. In Russia it is not so. Russian people are usually sad and can be rude, I think. Now I'd like to speak some facts about how the British prefer to spend their free time. On weekdays, three-quarters of people get up before 8 o'clock and go to bed before midnight. On average, Brits watch TV for 25 hours a week. Children and teenagers watch less TV than adults, but they spend 5 times longer on computers, mainly playing computer games. The biggest internet users are the 16 to 24-year-olds. Now I'd like to speak about if the British are modern or conservative. It is quite difficult to say definitely if the British are modern or conservative. On the one hand, British is the land where people carefully keep their traditions and customs, history and legends. As we know, Great Britain is a constitutional monarchy, and the Queen Elizabeth II is the head of state. The Queen is a symbol of history, wealth, and a powerful nation. But on the other hand, British are modern too. They use the most recent designs, methods, ideas, and innovations. They develop science, high technologies, electronic engineering, computers. So I think these things prove the fact that the British are modern nation too. As for me, of course, I'd like to visit Britain because firstly I'd like to speak with the British. It is interesting for me to listen their jokes and to understand their sense of humor.
Now, the winner of the Olympiad in our district and the participant of regional Olympiad. You will tell what you will speak about, okay?
But what can I
Yeah, about your life in the United States.
yes.
Yeah.
I guess I could talk about my life in the United States. Life in the United States is very different compared to life in Russia and Great Britain. See, there are a lot of stereotypes, but compared to stereotypes of the British, the stereotypes of Americans are actually true. Most of them are. I would say that life in America is very laid back and relaxed, even in big cities, I would say. Compared to life in Russia, my life in America was very slow, I'd say. Compared to Russia, America has places called suburbs. I'm pretty sure Great Britain has suburbs too, but I have never been there. Well, actually was there, but I don't remember anything. Suburbs consist of rows of houses which are mostly alike in some areas, and the houses are quite big. Each house has a personal garage, and most of them also have a swimming pool. So, yes. On the outside, you might think that America is very clean and a very nice country, but if you dig a bit deeper, you can see that America has its share of problems too. Let's say the unemployment in America is very high, so there are more homeless in America than in Russia or any country in the whole world. Let's see, what else can I say? Education. Education in America is very bad. Public education in America is derogatory compared to the education in Russia and most countries in Europe. I'd say that they are about 4 grades behind in their their school. How do I say it? Let's say an 8th grader here has the same knowledge of a 10th grader or an 11th grader in the United States. So unless you're in a private school, you are destined to be an idiot. Let's see, what else can I say? Well, I don't know. Entertainment? Well, entertainment in America is very simple. Most children have their video game consoles, and parents, they spend very little time with their children most of the time. They usually have a lot of time themselves, and their children spend a lot of time at home by themselves or in other groups of kids, which in my opinion is very bad, because children should be with their parents for most of their childhood, I believe. Compared to Russia, I'd say America is like a different dimension. It's a really different country. It has different traditions, different lifestyle, different people. Just like in Great Britain, American people are very nice. They're very happy. They smile. If you smile to someone, they'll smile back, and you can have a pleasant conversation with anyone on the street, like you've known each other for your entire life. Compared to Great Britain, I'd say America is less cultural, but I'd just say their lifestyle is a bit more better. Well, no, I guess that's it. I mean, I can't really say anything else.
Thank you.
Okay, our student from the 11th form, please. Yeah? No?
Okay. I shot an arrow into the air, it fell to earth, I knew nowhere. For so swiftly it flew the side, couldn't follow it, and it in its stride. Flight.
That's okay. Thank you very much, all participants, and tomorrow or later on you will know the results. Okay?